Hi everybody. It's Wednesday, August 20th, 2025. About 11:30 in the morning. Very gloomy day, which is fine because I just found out my hemoglobin has dropped to 7.0. And you are blocked. My neutrophils are also very low. So that brings me to the point of this video. When someone tells you they have cancer just because they don't look like they're sick, doesn't mean they're not very, very ill. A lot of people, and they're well-intentioned. I understand that, but I get told all the time, you look good, you look great. Thanks. But I'm not, you know. I have so many health issues going on. I am currently on a repeating schedule with several specialists outside of Roswell, outside of cancer. I am seeing a retina specialist. I'm seeing a gastroenterologist. My entire gastric system is glitchy. I'm seeing a dermatologist. I had some skin cancer removed. I'm seeing so many doctors I can't keep them straight. Which is a good thing I have John, because he's really good about that. There is a tendency, and it is human nature, just to assume that because someone isn't walking around with tubes hanging off of them, or they're not bald, or wearing some kind of wig or cover up, and they're not emaciated, doesn't mean they're not very, very sick indeed. And that's me. I may look like someone who doesn't have anything going on at all, when in fact my entire body is wrecked. And the shell is the only part that's intact, really. And even that was, I had skin cancer, so that was done. But I have not had a summer like you have. I haven't gotten out of the house except for doctor hospital appointments, or just doctor appointments, or infusions, or transfusions, or needles in my tummy, or in my arm, IVs, blood work, constant. It's constant. Okay? Poor John drives my sorry ass to all these appointments. And he's here for me when I have my breakdowns, which lately has been every day. In fact, I know I look rough today, but that's because I literally cried all night last night and cried myself to sleep. But that's a whole other thing I'm dealing with. So, yeah. Don't make assumptions about people that you see in a mobility scooter, or an EV wheelchair, or any kind of device like that. Doesn't mean they're lazy, okay? It means they can't walk. They're a fall risk. I'm a fall risk. I have to wear a fall risk bracelet at Roswell now. Every time I go in, they put my hospital bracelet on and my fall risk bracelet on, because John is pushing me in a wheelchair. A walk to the mailbox is about the best exercise I get, which isn't much, but it's also how I gauge how I'm feeling. That or taking a shower will tell me how I'm doing. But I don't know how much time I have left. And it only seems to matter to John. So I'm leaning on him quite heavily. And he's there for me. And I keep asking him if he's okay, if he needs anything. No, he's just, he's my rock. He's my everything. He's my hero. He's really my hero. Because he's all I have. I have a couple of best friends, but they're going through their own thing, their own health battles, and we don't get to see each other nearly as often as we would like. She lives in a different state, too. Hi, Kathy. And I have cousins. I do have family close by, but as far as a support system, John is the only support I get. So I love him so much. But anyway, don't judge a book by its cover. You could see someone who's really very, very ill and may not have long to live, but you can't tell. So remember that. Okay? I don't know if I have 7 weeks, 7 months, or 7 days, or 7 years, or I don't know why 7 either. That was just an arbitrary number, but this has been a 10-year battle, and I'm battle weary, and on top of everything else, that's just a struggle. Look, if you want to see me with no hair and emaciated and stuff like that, say so. I'll share that too, but I'm just as sick like this, okay? So remember that. Thank you. And I hope you have a good rest of your week.